Hey everyone, it's Eli again. Uh, as you can see, I have much less hair now from the last time I made a video. I also have since graduated from veterinary school, so now it's Dr. Rawhide Eli. No, just kidding. But anyways, just wanted to kind of check in with you guys and potentially start up something like a workshop Wednesday. You know, we've got I have Wednesdays off now from work, which is really nice. So since I have Wednesdays off, I know some other makers do like a workshop Wednesday and just kind of do a little bit of a shop update and give some tips and tricks and all those kinds of things. So I feel like one thing that I could probably do, since I'm still fairly new to the braiding thing, is just give people lessons learned. So, like as I go through projects and things like that, just talk about these are the things that I may have messed up on this project or that I may have struggled with, and some ways to fix those problems or to avoid them in the future. I feel like that would be really beneficial to especially new braiders out there. So, um, we have our shop dog Ollie with us here, obviously very cozy in his little bundle of blankets and jackets and pillow. And then our filmmaker here, Kelsey, she's my partner and she always helps me with the filming. So just wanted to introduce her. So today, I've been working on this set of reins. This set of reins I've had going for far too long now. I really apologize to the person that's going to be receiving these. It's taken me far too long. Um, you know, with my last project, I used some button string that was dyed this similar color. I didn't necessarily think it was going to work out because it was dyed in a different manner. These were dyed with coffee, and you can kind of see that the bevel on them is also dark. It doesn't have a light bevel. But either way, I wanted to see how this size of string, as far as width, would work out for these buttons. And so I just used some of this since I already had it tempered up and I just had some leftovers to see how it would turn out. And, you know, this is kind of my preferred way to make my rain buttons and just buttons in general is with a leather collar. So these have been here for quite some time. It's just glued on to the body with contact cement. Yes, they are not locked in place. I think if they got really hot, the glue could potentially melt or come undone, and these buttons could potentially slide because they aren't anchored with something like a ring button or a ring knot to keep them in place. However, I think a lot of makers make them like this. So just kind of showing y'all the sizing. I went through here and just braided this turn back button. And you can obviously see up here, we've got some gappiness. Down here towards the bottom, it's a lot more closed up, but that just tells me I probably need a little bit of extra width in these strings before I braid all these buttons. So, with that being said, I have some hide that's just natural hide. I have it in this bag down here. It's all tempering up so I can split it and everything. And then I'll just add a little bit of width to these strings. I don't remember what they were right off the top of my head. If I'm not mistaken, I think these are 3/32 in width. So I'll just add probably a 32nd inch, if even that, maybe even a 64th, and see if I can fill in a little bit of that gappiness on those reins. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you all about, because I really have been struggling with this recently, is on my Bosals. This is the second one in a row that I had this happen to, and so I really had to find a way to fix this. If you can see here, this side bows out much more than this side. And so whenever I went to shape it, obviously everything wasn't centered on it. Whenever I joined the ends together down here, whenever you squeeze these bars together, you can really see this heel knot and how it moves off of center. And so this is a pretty drastic difference in what you should have. So how did this happen? I think the way that this happened was whenever I join my ends together, I usually use um, some of this linen wax thread to join them. So I'll wrap this around the ends a little higher up than what I want the top of my heel knot to be. And it just pinches them together and holds it there. And that's what I've historically done, and I've never really had that much of a problem with it. But, sometimes you can do things and get away with it just by sheer luck. And I think that's kind of what had happened to me in the past. So, how do you fix it? And make sure that you don't accidentally pull one side down further than the other side whenever you're braiding your body strings back over your ring knots. If you do your initial wrap around the bottom here, and then you do another one a little bit higher up, and you just bind them really tightly together before you start unbraiding the body and looping them back around your ring knots, that will help prevent this. So this was the second one, like I said, in a row that I made that had that mess up in it as far as this bar being all bowed out more than the other side. But I did make one just recently. I wish I had it here to show you, but I did it that way as far as doing the two wraps with the wax thread around the bars there to keep it held in place, and that one turned out just fine. I never had to go back and readjust it or anything like that. So, important lesson learned. Take it from me. Make sure that you really secure your bars together before you start unbraiding your body and joining your ends together on your bosals. Otherwise, I don't really have any additional shop updates. Actually, one thing that I just want to kind of let everybody know about is I have entered a contest for this winter. Our piece that we're submitting is a set of reins. I have not started on those yet, and I don't know that I'll show everybody the progress on those just because I kind of want it to be a little bit of a surprise. But that gives y'all something to look forward to in the future. Those have to be submitted by December 1st, and I'm not sure when the show is and the auction and all that stuff. I still haven't received details on that, but it is going to be at the National Cowboy Museum out in Elko, Nevada. So keep your eyes peeled, and hopefully you'll see some reins from me there, and hopefully I actually get them submitted on time. It kind of depends on how things go here with work, but I think there are 10 of us that have entered, so keep your eyes peeled and check out the work from those other makers as well. All right, thanks for watching. Take care.